These are my friends, Janis Joplin and Raquel Welch, and the fact that we roomed together in college has never come out in public. And I think it's wonderful. Raquel, do you get a chance to ever just sit and think? You know,
yeah, I do. I'm not too successful at it.
Yeah. But people are always surprised at how bright you are because they think, well, if anyone who's a sex symbol automatically has to be dumb for some reason, and it just hasn't turned out that way in your case.
Well, it's very nice of you to say so, but I don't care about proving anything, one way or the other.
That's good. Do you read much?
I'm not a compulsive reader, but I like reading. I'm reading a book now on Africa, which is fascinating, and I've been invited to go to Kenya, and I'd love to go. I mean...
Africa, yeah,
well,
me too.
It's just, it's fascinating when you really read something or listen to somebody who's been there, because the way they talk about it is like the animals and the wildlife are really the people of Africa, which is funny, if you know what I mean. And that, well, it's a very emotional and an interesting kind of a feeling that you get, and I would really like to visit
I'd like to see it before it all changes. I don't want to see Africa when it seems like downtown New York, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't like ideas of futility and saying, well, something's over, because, I mean, the world goes on and life goes on, and, you know, if there's anything left there, I'd like to see it. I'd like to go to Africa.
Get it while you can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm alive now, and I want to see what's going on in, you know, in my decade. And I'd like to go to Israel also, and to India, and...
People obviously want you to leave.
Yeah, maybe I should leave town after Breckinridge. I don't know.
Oh, how's the movie gonna do you think?
Oh, it's a full-on smash, and I'm really happy.
Is it?
Yeah. It's controversial. I went to a party afterwards where there were all the major critics. Janis was there. And I asked people, you know, I asked the critics, I said, well, tell me, I'm really curious, what do you think? And they said, well, I hated it. I really think it's disgusting. And somebody else said, well, I think it's really novel and certainly worth comment. So it's going to be treated importantly. It's not going to be dismissed, which is great for me because it's the first real, complete movie I've ever been in, and Myra Breckinridge was the only...
You were looking good.
Oh, thanks.
You were looking good.
Thank you.
But the movie's too choppy, I think.
Yeah,
Not that I know anything about movies, but...
Choppy.
But I couldn't understand it. It kept changing all the time.
Yeah, well, it's about change.
I'll drink to that.
You know, just about everything they make a movie about then becomes a fad. There are going to be a number now of sex change movies that are being planned.
Yeah, I think so. I would really like to see Myra Breckinridge. I've seen it 3 times now, and only once with a straight audience. My husband and I once saw it together. We were straight. The rest of the audiences have been predominantly homosexual, and I'd really like to know what, like, an audience from Berkeley or UCLA would think, because that's the mainstay of film-going public today. And I think that a lot of the humor, more obvious humor in it,
Pretty obvious.
Yeah, some of it is the thing that gets the reaction now, but there are long, beautiful raps that Myra Breckinridge has that are a little more subtle that somebody with, that's a student will pick up on. I mean, she's got one little rap where she's, well, I don't even know if I can say it and have it mean anything. But something about, could the real Christ have held a fraction of the brilliance of H.B. Warner in the first King of Kings, or Jeffrey Hunter in the second? You know, it's a little far
I think that's
out.
a line from the novel.
Yeah, everything is
novel.
Pretty close to the novel itself. It's taken almost verbatim, all the big speeches.
Say, hasn't Gore Vidal asked that his name be removed from it, or am I...
I don't think he's really gone that far. I think probably his vanity,
His vanity, eh? How do you know an entire audience is homosexual? Do you look down the aisle and everyone has a hand on a hip?
I didn't mean that...
How can you...
Well, hell, it wasn't all homosexual because Janis was there.
Wow.
Thank you, baby, thank you.
Can we clear anything else up over here?